All right, it's that time again, glute focus day. I started with some hack squats. I don't typically do these. I usually just do regular squats and deadlifts and then go into my glute focus, but these are good. I try and go nice and deep, really feel the stretch in my muscle, which is how I like to work out, and really contract at the top of the exercise. You want to get your feet really far out in front of you and nice and wide to engage your glutes. And you can also do this on a hack squat machine that I'm going to show you here at the end of this set. A lot of people just use it regularly, or they turn around and they face the pads, and then they'll do their squats that way, but sometimes that's not very comfortable. So here's a picture of that. And then what I did next was some, well, it's a long picture there, was some, what are these called? Bulgarian lunges that I showed, I think, in one of my other videos. One of the things that I like to do, especially on my glute focus today, is to really think about my glutes the whole entire time that I'm working out, really engaging them. And if I'm not feeling it where I think that I should be feeling it, what I'll do is just kind of move my foot. Maybe I need to move my foot in or out or to the side, and just really squeeze at the top. And feeling the stretch, I feel like, really helps me also bring in some more blood flow. So here's a little bit different of an angle. And also another thing to be thinking about when you work out your glutes is to really push through your heel, really whatever you're doing, push through the heel. When your weight goes forward into your toes, you start to work more of your quad. And so that's not my goal today, so trying not to do that. I also want to point out that these exercises that I do can be done a number of different ways. This is done on the Smith machine, but it also can be done with dumbbells or barbell or no weights. This is basically a kickback. There are machines for this as well. The one at my gym sucks, and I don't like doing it at all. I kind of was playing around with my knee placement, my supporting knee, going more under the bar and farther out from the bar. Didn't really notice they hold, very much of a difference. But I definitely encourage you guys to, if you don't know what you're doing, to really play with your positioning to see where you really feel it in the area that you're trying to feel it. So this is the same thing in a little different of a view here. These aren't my favorite, especially I feel like this is another one of those exercises where I kind of look ridiculous. I like my hand placement here because I feel like it gives me the support, and I end up just kind of resting my head down as well, but I probably look like I'm struggling pretty hard there. But yeah, again, just really focusing on those glutes, pushing up through the heel. A problem that I'll have occasionally with the Smith machine and this exercise is that you don't want to push it in a certain way that it'll lock and then not come back down. So sometimes it helps to put my bag there. So here we are with our pelvic raises, and I love this for glutes. It's absolutely a must every single time I have a glute focus day. Sometimes I'll play with where my feet are too. I'll go a little bit wider, and sometimes that helps me engage my glutes a little more. Really feel the burn at the top, hold it up at the top. Today I wasn't going quite as low as I normally do just because I feel like it wasn't necessary, but and here I am going a little bit deeper. It just depends on what I feel like doing. I usually go deeper just because, but these are a must. Also, I've been underestimating the leg press just because it's so standard, but I decided to really work harder on the leg press for my quads and my glutes. High and wide for glutes, bring them more to a neutral position for more of the quad, and again, toes for your quad, heels for your glutes. And I wasn't going quite as deep as I should have, but I think, yep, I drop it right there. Really focusing on the glutes. I don't feel it when I'm doing this, but I feel it later. And also, I didn't do my walking lunges, but weighted walking lunges are really good for the glutes. And again, just nice and deep and contract up. This little guy that I'm putting on my ankle is mine because my gym doesn't have one because it's lame like that. But I use it often enough that I wanted to get it. So these are kickbacks. I just kind of played around again with this, doing more of like a half, you know, it's only going down halfway. I did 10 and then I did 5 after this, full ones, just like that. And then at my very last set, I reversed it, so I did 10 full length kickbacks, and then I did 5 pulses, which I think I prefer to do, but I was just kind of messing around with it. To give my left glute a break there, and without having to rotate that strap every set, I decided to work on some abductors and adductors. So abductors will be bringing your, you know, arm or your leg out, because you have abductors in your shoulder as well. I think it's your shoulder. Don't quote me on that. And then adducting is adding to your body, so I think getting closer. That's what I think of when I try and keep the two straight. And I'll do an adduction exercise after this kickback. So here's another kickback. I just hate switching it back and forth, so that's why I kind of included the abductor exercise there. And what else was I going to say? Oh, some people will like get on their knees and like kick this back and use that as a kickback machine. Just use the cable. Another thing I've been doing on my Glute Focus day is not focusing so much on weight, but form and really feeling the burn in my muscle. And I can't stress enough how it helps so much to think about that muscle and working it, because your body overcompensates with different muscles with certain exercises, and you want to make sure that it's not doing that naturally, so it's really important to constantly be thinking about it. So here's the adduction exercise. It's super lame. I'll never do it again, I don't think. I don't know. I think the good girl, bad girl machine that you'll see here in a minute is best for the adduction. And then I'm going to end this exercise with kickbacks, doing what I said that I was going to do. So 10 regular kickbacks and then 5 pulses. Okay, so I decided to speed it up for you here. This next exercise was my first time doing it. They're the, I don't know, curtsy lunges or something like that. You step back, you kind of cross over a little bit. I posted it on my Instagram, and one Fit-Ash mom and somebody else that I don't know very well commented that when they do it, they keep their back leg closer to their front leg, so maybe the knee more behind the heel instead of crossing over so much and stepping back so much. And I think I agree that that'll probably engage the glutes a little bit more, because it was kind of hard to feel it. I was stepping back to give it a nice big stretch, but I think keeping it under the heel more would engage the glutes instead of shifting the weight over. It does make a difference where your weight is. Sorry, I'm saying a lot. So I think I ended with this. This is the good girl, bad girl machine that I was talking about. And what I do is I modify it a little bit. I try and stick my butt out, because if you keep it forward, then it'll feel a little bit different. You just kind of have to play with it. Definitely keep it up. Try and keep it still, and just really focus on your hip joint, not so much your knees or your feet. And then that will work your abductor. And I never do the adductors because you can flip around the pads and do it the other way, but I don't know, maybe I should, but I don't. So anyways, I hope you got something out of this glute exercise, and I'll see you next time.